Vanakkam, Nadri. Thank you very much coming for the short notice. I was in Ottawa last week. I heard all sort of rumblings that we blocked Liberal motion on genocide. But I can tell you what we know, what we have the crystal clear. Our motion was better. As far as I'm concerned, it was blocked by the Liberals. And I can tell you, Conservative Party of Canada, we always believe in human rights. We always believe in freedom of religion, freedom of expression, freedom of speech. This is why the previous Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper, did not attend the Commonwealth Conference in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And I can clearly tell you what motions were brought in by February 25th this year and May 15th this year. I can tell you what we brought in compared to, if you want to compare it, what the Liberals brought in. Our motions were better, more accountable, and this is why I want to share my view with you, with the media, see what you can bring to the table. You can let your people know exactly what's going on, since everybody doesn't watch the news. February 25th, call on the Government of Canada to strongly push for the full implementation of Human Rights Council Resolution 30-1 within a clearly specified time frame. Number 2, call on the Government of Sri Lanka to implement Resolution 30-1 within a clearly specified time frame, recognizing the resolution was co-sponsored by the Government of Sri Lanka. Number 3, invite the Minister of International Development to table a report in the House at her earliest convenience explaining development projects funded in Sri Lanka and their impact on the implementation of Resolution 30-1 and on the peace and reconciliation in general. This was the Conservative motion brought in on February 25th, 2019. What we brought in last week, there's another motion, which is clearly distinct between our motion and the Liberal motion, and we believe in it was much stronger than the Liberal motion. The Gardner Janice, our Deputy Shadow Minister for Ministry of Foreign Affairs, this was his motion brought in last Wednesday in the House of Commons. Extend its condolences to all victims of violence, terrorism, and war in Sri Lanka. Number 2, call on the Government of Sri Lanka to promote justice for those affected by the Easter Sunday attacks, protect the rights of religious minorities, and defend all places of worship. Number 3, reaffirm Canada's call for Sri Lanka to implement its obligation under UN Human Rights Council Resolution 30-1 and 40-1. Number 4, reaffirm Canada's support in advancing accountability, peace, and reconciliation among all people on the island. Call upon the United Nations to establish an international independent investigation into allegation of genocide against Tamil committed during the last phase of the war in Sri Lanka in 2009. Number 5, instruct the Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and International Development to conduct hearing into allegation of genocide against Tamil committed during the last phase of the war in Sri Lanka in 2009 and reports its finding to the House by January 19. And number 6, invite the Minister of International Development to table a report in the House at her earliest convenience, explaining development project funded in Sri Lanka and their impact on the implementation of Resolution 30-1 and on the peace and reconciliation in general. If you can clearly see it, our resolution versus the Liberal resolution, they're much stronger, to the point, and we are looking for the accountability. This is why we think the Liberals and the other party should support our resolution. We are looking for the accountability. We are spending the cash, we are spending the money in Sri Lanka, and somebody should be accountable for all these things. This was one of the reasons I want you to share with my Tamil brothers that we are not sitting there in Ottawa, we are thinking of you every single time.
So what is the difference between your motion and the liberal motion?
The motion is crystal clear. Let's talk about going back to February 25th, 2019. Their motion has one item only, one thing only. Their motion says, House of Commons called on the government of Sri Lanka to fully implement its obligation under the Human Rights Council Resolution 30-1 and to set a clear timetable, bound strategy for ensuring a process of accountability that has the trust and confidence of the victims, including the families of those who have disappeared. 1 point versus 3 points. And what we always want, we want to make sure the government of Sri Lanka is accountable, and what happened, we want to know in the last phase of 2009. Same thing if you want to go back to May 25th. They have 4 points. We have 6 of them. Our points are much, much, much stronger, and we are looking for the accountability at the end of the day.